Alrighty, in this video, I'm going to be going over the extra footage and photos from my trip to Eleuthera, Bahamas, just so I can have everything on YouTube. I don't know. Alright, so here are some pictures from the trip that I didn't include. Here we are loading onto the plane. Me, my grandparents, Ethan, Bethany, and my dad, who took the photo. And the plane that we actually took down there was a Silver Airlines plane. This is not my photo, but it was kind of like a turbine plane, like an old school one with propellers, which kind of freaked me out. I already don't love flying, but there were no issues, of course, and there were only 27 people on the plane getting there, which was insane. So low. It was kind of exciting. And on the way back, we actually flew in a plane that was pink. So, that was cute. Little pink plane, okay. And this is us right before we go out to eat at Pascal's, which I think is also like a resort you can stay at. We did not stay there, but the food was great. I got this pasta dish, but here are some pictures of the menu. And this pasta, oh my god, it was amazing. It was so good. And here we all are just enjoying the time. It was really good. I would go back to Pascal's, 1000%. And now on to what was my absolute favorite part of the trip, which is just going out in the backyard of the house, right into the ocean, and getting in a kayak and just exploring. Just the water was so clear. It was so calm, so relaxing. This is my dad. I don't know why I have so many pictures of him, but here you go. It was just, look at this. It's so calm, and the color of the water, I can see right through the bottom. That is so pretty. This is just so relaxing. Oh my god. My little... it's just so nice out here. I don't want to leave. Ever. So yeah. And this water is so crystal clear. Truly. And I would do this every day. Every morning, I would just go right out in the backyard, hop in that kayak. Sometimes Dad would go with me, sometimes Ethan, sometimes no one. I'd go, if we weren't out exploring, I was kayaking. That's where I was. And, oh, my God. Just look at that water. Oh, come on. There was one time, though, that I was getting out of the kayak, and I didn't realize I had my phone, in my lap. So I stood up right at the coast, right at, the shore, and my phone just fell right in the water. So that was nice. And here is a shot of the front of the house, because I know in the video it was dark, so you couldn't really see it. But here it is. This is the house we stayed at. I think it's La Bella Vita is what it was called. The little, place. Anyway, but yeah, right on the water. So secluded. So nice. And we rented 2 cars. So the first car we rented was this white Mitsubishi Outlander, I think. And this is the main one we kind of took around everywhere. It was better on gas. And this was a right-hand drive car, so I remember my brother was the main one that was driving us places, and it was kind of hard to adapt. Also, the infotainment system was all in, I think, Japanese. I'm pretty sure this is Japanese. So that was exciting. We had no idea how to get to, a radio. That took us forever. I ended up using my phone and, taking these pictures and then using, something where it'll tell me to translate it kind of thing. So yeah, that's how we figured out how to get the radio on. So that was exciting.
Okay. Oh, how about right there? Okay. Cell phone. Oh shit. We'll click that. That's the only button I can.
That looks good. Okay.
Maybe it'll pop up. It's reading someone's headset.
Oh god. Is this the way you're in? And the other car we rented was a Jeep, which thankfully was a left-hand drive car, which actually made it harder to remember to drive on the left-hand side. But either way, it was this kind of older beater kind of Jeep, which was so cool to just have driving off the roads that just are right here on the water. There's no railing. It's insane. There's no rail or anything. This right here is just someplace me and Dad found just right on the side of the road. It's just crazy. Okay, and here are more pictures of the kayak. Listen, I told you, I have a problem. This was my obsession this whole trip. But look at this. Listen, I can't, like, this is so pretty. Oh, look at that shot. Okay, photographer who? That was me. Like, oh, I want to go back. Anyway, this is this really neat, like, old truck I found. You can see, like, the Eleuthera license plate, which is kind of neat. I don't know. It's old, rundown beater. Speaking of cars, there were a lot of neat cars in Eleuthera that, like, you would never see anywhere else. Like, there were these tiny little vans, these, like, weird Nissans I'd never heard of. Like, that was almost the most fun, is just seeing the weird different cars we could find. And then here are some photos of us at Tippy's. Again, this is random, but anyway, it was so neat because we had like a booth, little table picnic area, like right there, like on the water, like on a little ledge, which it was so neat. It was so pretty. There's me and Dad in a picture. The water was gorgeous, as always. Here's this amazing salad I had. I don't know, kind of random, but it was good. And this is what I ended the series with, but this is when me and Dad were the only ones that went, but we went to Lighthouse Point, which is I think it's the very southernmost tip of Eleuthera, which, I mean, just look at this shot. Oh my gosh, the rocks, the water, like, it's like a cliff. Oh, I can't even speak. Like, it was so stunning. One of the most beautiful places I've ever seen in my life, genuinely. Like, it's like still kind of untouched, which is upsetting because I think that Disney is starting to build like some cruise attraction there. Anyway, but like I'm so glad I got to see it when it was kind of like run down and alone. Like, this is Eleuthera Lighthouse. That's it. You just walk up, it's falling apart. It was so neat. Like, I mean, look at this. I can't get over this. I'm sorry. I will never get over this. Like, that was incredible. Although the hike to get here was not incredible. So like it was long. So do you see that point that I'm zooming into right there? This is like if you're heading back to where you came from. That was probably when you're about 1/6 or 7th done. And that's a long way away. It's far out there. And I think I underestimated just how long it would be, which 2.5 miles doesn't seem very long. I walk longer than that in my everyday life, but like, oh my gosh, the heat, especially when it hit noon and we were heading back, I was trying to film some like cool shots. Like, this is a pretty neat shot, but like, oh my God, I I should have brought more sunscreen to reapply. Like, I was taking off my tank top, putting it on my shoulders, trying to like shield whatever I could from the sun. Like, it was beating down on us. There was no breeze at this point and no clouds. Oh my God, it was intense. But anyway, with all that being said, this is probably where I'm going to end the video. I just wanted to show some extra clips, extra little pictures, just so I can look back and so y'all can see how the trip was. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to like and subscribe and check out the main videos, because they're going to have like the actual, stuff. But anyway, yeah, I'll see you next time.